Hello everyone, my name is Jaya. I like to talk about art, design, teaching, and storytelling. Today I want to talk about the Loomis Method, specifically the cutting off the sides bit, which I have mentioned in the previous video about how weird it is to cut off the sides, considering that, for example, if you look over here, you have all the brow line. I only did the brow line for this one, but basically this part, how much do you actually cut off the sides? Do you cut off this much? Do you cut off this much? This much? This much? It's not really defined in the Loomis method. I expand on this more in my supplementary ebooks, but basically I find that cutting off the sides is not actually necessary. Let me quickly show you why. On the right, you can see it's possible to draw the head. It's the same head as the one on the left. The sides of the circle are not sliced off. So you can actually still draw the head without following the Loomis method to exact where you have to, I have to cut off the sides, how much do I cut off? It's doable with or without the Loomis method in that sense. So basically, as you can see here, I use the slicing off actually to find the side plane. This is how I use the Loomis side plane. So I slice off accordingly to how much I decide to have the side plane show. So we have here, over here, this is the brow line, this is the center, right? I'm using this part and this part to gauge. So when I do this, I go like this, and then I go, okay, this is a zygomatic arch over here. So I use this as the gauge. I only do this ever to just find the side plane. So I don't worry of, am I gonna have to draw it too small? Am I drawing it too big? Am I slicing off too much? I just try to use my anatomical knowledge of the skull. So you can practice drawing the skull more and see that, okay, maybe I want the side plane to start from here. Then you draw the ellipse accordingly to this part without having to worry, oh, I need to cut off, maybe they say cut off a little bit, Loomis says cut off a little bit, I'm gonna cut off only a little bit here, and then cut off a little bit here, then everything seems off, everything doesn't seem correct. I used to think that with this cutting here, right? Oh, with this cutting here, I always see the Loomis plates, they always do this thing, he always does this, then he always guards like, oh, it's actually further here. But to me, it's all about, like I said, you want to modify, it's up to you. You want to go, okay, I'm going to use this just to find the side plane, just to find out where the head turns, just to find out this part where it goes into the zygomatic arch. Then just do that. I think it's perfectly fine. You don't have to be very rigid with, oh yeah, I see him do this, then I need to follow what he does. It's not really that necessary. So for the front view over here, let's say I do what I did and I cut off the side here. I actually will just follow the line and do this, you know, find the cheekbone like that. This is the side. Let's say I cut off the sides already like this. I'll have to use my anatomical knowledge and go, okay, it's quite near the brown line, around roughly here. The side, which is the side plane, if I'm doing it this way. So in the end, of course, your anatomy knowledge will supersede all this method of construction. You know that, okay, if I do it like this, I'll need to use my knowledge and go, okay, it's probably like that, it's probably like this. Yeah. Essentially, with anatomy knowledge and enough practice, you can decide for yourself how much to slice off if you want to bother with slicing off that. I think one thing to take note is that construction methods like the Loomis methods are really just tools to help you understand and break down what you are looking at. And if the tool needs to be modified to work for you, or if you feel it doesn't work, you need to use another tool or do something else, then so be it. I believe that construction methods should be seen as like a crutch or training wheels that you shouldn't be too dependent on and go, okay, I need to draw a head, I'm going to draw a circle, I'm going to cut off the slides, whatever. It might become too stiff, too, technical. I would say training wheels are tools to be let go once you understand and know the structure of the chosen subject. Let's say you already know how to draw the head very well, you can likely start drawing the head directly. You don't have to keep, oh, I gotta use the Loomis method, I gotta use, this one method to draw the head. Again, I feel that construction methods are just tools. You have to move on eventually from them. If you want to see more art-related how-tos and topics, do check out my channel, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. As always, stay safe and keep creating.